Back in How We Doing Groove.
Does that look stupid or not?
I mean, I don't know. I can't see this. Can't see.
Let's
what's
do
going on.
what we do. How we doing, fellas?
Welcome back to you.
How we doing?
To you.
Can I open?
And to all of you. It's your opening?
I'm asking you guys if
You're
I
opening?
can. I'm asking you
What do
guys.
you do?
Say what? Say what?
Hey now.
Yeah. You want to open? Do the damn thing, baby.
Boom, 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 boom. We're back. Episode 27. I hope our
27.
voices are nurturing your ears through this podcast.
Ooh.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chris.
And I'm James.
How we doing, fellas? This is the How We Doing pod. And what's the lady
Fellettes.
term for
Fellettes.
fellas and felladies? Fellas and felladies.
So we could just
If I say-
say.
Without further ado,
If I say peanut butter, you say spaghetti.
peanut butter jelly.
Okay, well, you agreed there. You went
Fillettes.
against exactly what he said. I don't think it goes like that. How about ladies
Let
and
us
gents? I
know.
always like that one.
Ladies and gentlemen.
gents.
Ladies and gents.
Ladies and gents.
Ladies first. Ladies first. Chivalrous.
You ever,
What's up?
I don't know, man.
Talk to me.
I don't know.
You ever see a pineapple and just want to bite it without taking off the?
The skin? No.
All right, maybe that's a little bit crazy.
You know
I
what's
guess I'm the only one.
You know what's a fun fact? Fun fact. Everything you can see, you know what the texture it would be like on your tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever thought about that?
Something that you've never even tasted
Never
before.
tasted or touched.
Just
You
no,
know
no,
the
All right,
no,
texture.
that's actually.
You've
I don't
had to
think
have
you have
touched
to
it.
touch it. No, not at all.
How could you just know what it feels like?
It's just look around.
No, it goes off touch.
See,
Like if I
I'm
put
looking
my
at-
tongue
I'm-
on Larry's
now I'm
now,
looking at certain
same,
things.
Same way you know like how the bottom of your feet would like, you know?
bottom of the feet. What about the bottom?
yeah, no, I
Like
know what the
bottom of your feet, you would know what everything feels like.
So it's like you don't have to lick it
Same
once in order
thing.
to know the
Like,
how it
have
would
you-
feel on your tongue.
Like, have you ever picked up a pen with your foot?
I actually have, yes.
Maybe.
All right, but maybe if you haven't, you would know what it felt like without even.
So
ever
there's
picking it up.
some kind of sensory
But you've had to-
thing
you've had
with
to
the
have touched it
with the
before.
brain and the feet and the tongue.
We have people right now looking at things and seeing if they
And
actually know the taste
moving
of
their
it.
toes in their
or
shoes.
how it feels. Sorry, how it feels on their tongue.
Interesting.
All right, this is what we do on How We Do a
We make you
Podcast.
think. We make you question. Look around. What's for dinner?
Coming at you now.
It's an
Go.
important-
How are we, fellas?
Wait.
And fillets, fillets, fellas and fillets.
Feeling good.
I'm feeling like spring chicken right now.
Spring chicken. I'm feeling good because we're doing a pod.
That's how we doing baby time.
Podcast, baby.
What do you look for in a podcast?
What do I look for?
I look for good voices. I think we all got some good voices for podcasts.
You definitely can't have like an annoying voice.
Yeah, no.
But annoyance is subjective. Think about it.
Annoyance is subjective, but everybody
I digress.
doesn't like a growling in their ear
They
or
might.
like a.
High pitch is
that must
definitely
be annoying.
no good. Yeah,
Yeah,
high
maybe
pitch.
that's not. Yeah, that's
You know, it also is true is that the flow of our voice and how we communicate, it has to link up with the way with people's ears.
Yeah, it's like music. It's like we're talking in different notes and different flows, and if it doesn't flow, doesn't
you better
feel
get
good
on
on
your
the
toes.
ears.
It's a no go.
and
You know
make
that?
some potatoes.
You see, that's like
All right.
what do you call that? That's like a knockoff rhyme where you use the toes twice, but just at the end of a second.
As it was
It
coming
doesn't-
out, I was
doesn't-
like, oof, maybe that
Nose.
wasn't great.
We'll give him a
no
rhyming. We'll give you guys a rhyming lesson at some
But
other
that-
time.
What I was gonna say, another fun fact, because it's Nicky Fun Facts right now.
All right. New segment.
Like you can't when you hear music, it like touches your soul or does something to it, and you can't mute it out. Like music's always gonna affect you, whether it's a sad song, happy song, moderate song. It
Describe moderate.
moderate, right in the middle.
Throwing that one at you now.
Moderate's a great word.
Oh, it's like fantastic.
It is, but
It's
how does that
excellent.
describe a?
Yeah, answer the
A
question.
moderate song, mediocre. I don't know. I just threw it in there.
No,
thought it'd
Yeah,
be
you just
funny.
okay. You were
Explain.
trying to be flavorful.
But
You
you
wanna know.
can't
The people
mute
wanna
out
know.
moderate.
Yeah. What's a moderate song? Give me one.
Moderate song. I'll give you one. 1 second. Moderate song, like
Are you?
Over the Hills and Far Away. Moderate.
Over the Hills and Far Away.
Wait, that's a Led Zeppelin song.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about.
What?
No, that's Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That's above moderate.
That's
Definitely.
stupendous.
All
Or
right.
Stupendous.
So bottom line though,
Stupendous
music.
is deceiving because it sounds like stupid.
Really
You
quick
sound
there.
pretty stupid.
Knew
All right, all
was
right,
coming.
all right.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
music
Finish
music
yourself
touches the soul. So I
It's
think
the
you guys could
universal
agree.
language.
Okay,
Universal language.
you know, all different vibrations of sound gives you a different feeling.
Yeah, and you can't fight it.
You can't.
It's coming no matter what.
Just can't fight that feeling.
Just the three of us. Watch how we doing, bye. Just the three of us.
All right. So,
So-
let's get into the podcast. Let's do this
Yeah,
thing.
James made a little good things actual.
yeah,
good
yeah.
thingage, thing.
Yeah, we're gonna take it up a notch. Here we are, the How We Doing podcast. We are the light of your day in every single way. And
baby.
How we doing, baby? We tell you to hold the freaking door. That's one of the things. And care, love, and respect for all is our mantra. You should try it.
AGAPE. Look it
It
up.
just brings some light into your soul with a little bit of that. We're not only a pod, but we're a movement. And we're driving the good word, the good message. Okay, you guys got to hear it. We got to come together and do some awesome things. That's the only way we could do great things. Our history has showed us that. And we're going to be touching on some topics today. We have, what are we talking about? Let's see here. We have how to stay present, how to stay in the current.
Presento.
Presento.
Por favor.
Yeah. We have
Grazie.
we have avoiding the enemy. The enemy that is
Darth Vader.
all around us. Dark Vader. We all have a Dark Vader. Comes in
Is
different
Darth
forms.
Vader the enemy? Or is he the victim?
We'll get there. We'll talk.
That's deep.
That
Let's
is-
talk about it.
Let's
That's deep.
talk about that. What'd
That's
you
on
say?
the Star Wars branch of How We Doing podcast coming out soon.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I'll be hosting that, so you might want to tune in.
you know, I had a dream. Not to interrupt.
Wait.
James.
You can't interrupt it during the
All right,
topics.
go
Hold on a
ahead, go
second.
ahead. Then I'll tell you. the dream.
One interruption per topic. I got it in. You're,
That's it.
Go.
take
That's
a
it.
back seat. You're on the
Yeah.
bench.
Go.
So we're talking about how to stay present. We're talking about enemy, the enemy that's within that's around all of us, and we're also talking about don't let the rules, the circumstances rule your way. And we'll probably touch back on a little bit of Star Wars action. There.
Sheesh.
Can I talk about my dream?
Wait, hold on.
No,
wait.
you can't just-
Hold on, we're not
there yet.
Can't
We're not there yet.
Chaos.
Hijacking.
Chaos.
Nico hijacks.
Chaos.
All
Gotta
right.
get like a
So
buzzer for this kid. Just
Chaotic pod.
episode 27. We're coming at you. Okay, gonna deliver you guys some great vibes. Take a step back. Take a nice deep breath. As we pull you away from the craziness and nurture our minds. Here we go, boys. Let's do this. Now tell us about your. What the heck were you saying now?
So I had a dream because
here we go.
Chris said the How We Doing branch, the Star Wars branch of the podcast, and it reminded me of my dream. I don't know why. It's weird dream I had. Not so totally weird, but and I woke up and I was like confused because I had like these aspirations. I felt like I had this feeling where I wanted to start my own podcast. Right?
Without us, you prick.
Yeah. Like,
See, he's been
This
thinking
guy's
about it.
no,
try to.
I don't know why.
Make it a-
I wanted, but I think it was. Stop.
All right, no, go
I
ahead.
think
go
it
ahead.
was symbolism for something else that I don't know what it is yet. Like I was aspiring to do this thing, and like, which was like get a new podcast because I guess it was a different niche I wanted to talk about or whatever.
All right.
And then it was like at the end of the dream, like I got it, and then it was like, well, what are you talking about on the podcast? I was like, well, I don't even know.
Maybe
And
that
so
comes-
wait,
you know
what
what
was
that
the thing that
sounds
came-
like to me? That
What?
sounds like to me that you have like a deep thought in your head somewhere where it's like,
No, that's not.
I really
it.
want to host my own podcast.
He wants to own the show.
There's a thought up there somewhere.
No, Chrissy sits
it's
in the middle,
subliminally
not me.
happening to you.
It's subliminal.
Subliminally.
There's a B in there.
Yeah, it's
Subliminally.
it's like a
Yeah,
a
that make- yeah,
sneaky
that's right.
bee.
No,
It's a
because
sneaky bee. It's like
It's not
peeks in.
it's not silent, but it's like it
Yeah.
lets
you might
know.
have a point there, maybe. But I woke up and I was confused. 'Cause I was like, I do a podcast, like, and it's more than enough work.
Yeah.
We're good doing one. It's it can be overwhelming at times. But then I was thinking about it, I was like, it had to be symbolism for something else. Like, because I got there and like, okay, and like the dream is weird. Like I wasn't like sitting at a table ready to do a podcast, but in the dream it was apparent that I'm at that point. And then I didn't know what I was going to talk about or what the podcast was about. So it kind of ties into what we're talking about a little bit actually, because I was so set on doing the podcast and I wasn't even prepared, or I didn't know what I was going to do when I got there.
Do you know what this sounds like right now?
He's trying to hijack the podcast.
This sounds like it's your podcast.
Sounds like it's your freaking podcast.
If you both say it is, and maybe it is.
This
I'm not
is why
saying
he
it.
wanted to put on his Instagram executive producer.
He's getting
or
yeah.
I wanted to
You're
put
getting
host.
power hungry. You need to-
No.
He's the one that we're gonna have to watch out for when we hit the stage.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna go
Come on,
right
guys.
here.
Remind- don't
do we have
this.
to remind you of your place?
What's my place? Tell me my place.
You're the little brother. You come last.
Oh, I come last.
That's just how it is in the
Okay.
pecking order of things at times.
If this
Well,
was
you
Game
know-
of Thrones, I would be third in the heir of the throne.
Right.
Jimbo's the king. James is the heir. You're just
I'm the middleman.
This is going in a far off place.
so technically like I would want bad things to happen to you guys, so I'm heir to the throne.
You're trying to kill us.
That's
Yeah,
We're
all
getting
these things
dark
are adding
here.
up now. I think that's kind of what it sounds like.
but back to my dream. It was symbolism.
Nobody
It
gives a
wasn't-
shit about your dream.
It wasn't about a podcast. I was aspiring for something else, and it turns out that I wasn't ready for it. You know what I mean? Like there's some symbolism. I'm trying to dissect it. You know,
I see what you're saying.
What are you
because then
saying?
I didn't
Like,
even know what are you talking about. I don't know. Oh, I didn't think about that.
So, like, how could that tie into like real life kind of applications? Like in your
what's the
personal
deeper
life,
meaning?
like what's really going on with you?
a lot of things. I don't know.
I know, but like, what, like, if you're thinking, or maybe not in your scenario, but maybe somebody else's, like, something that you think you're ready for, but
Yeah,
maybe
you
you're
know,
not.
maybe like trust the timing. Maybe you're not. Don't rush.
You realize what
things.
you are saying, though. You guys had to move from upstairs to downstairs, and this could be some wacky symbolism in that direction. Actually,
Maybe. So let's fill them in. So Chris and I
be
lived,
quick about it. Be
Chris
quick
and I
about it.
lived up in the upstairs apartment, and we just recently had moved downstairs. And it was kind of a big process and a lot of work. And we finally moved downstairs a couple days ago. We're down here. It's like day 3, day 4, getting used to it. But maybe that's what it is. That might be.
the-
You might have hit it right on the
The
nail.
exception of
Because that's what that's the feeling I feel, because I was so comfortable in my room. Now in my room, like, yeah, it's nice, it's cozy, but I don't feel like it's my room yet. So it's like, oh, I got my own podcast, I got my own room, but like, what am I talking about on the pod now? Wow.
Wow.
This is what How We Doing does. They just figured it out for me.
Nurture
if you
your
go to
minds.
Harvard for psychology, just send in the resignment letter, whatever you got to do.
Drop
cancel
out
it.
How We
Just come
Doing
watch the
pod.
How We Doing podcast. You'll be fine.
You'll be all right.
We're gonna figure it all out.
Got my education from.
That's it. Philosophy 101 here at the How We Doing.
We're a
podcast.
philosopher. We're a philosophod.
Philosophy, psychology,
Falafel pod.
And
philanthropist.
falafels are delicious.
What is a
Um,
falafel? Isn't that something vegan?
What?
Yeah, it's,
Falafel.
It's vegetables.
Falafel is like you get like a gyro, like a Greek place, right? You get falafel.
I don't know. The
Yeah.
only time that I don't bring my computer, I can't tell you.
Listen, we're all about the notes,
It's
baby.
a falafel. Chrissy facts here. It's a falafel.
I know.
It's fried
It's
vegetables.
a strange
I think.
word. Is it
Something.
French,
Are you sure?
Greek?
Are you
What is the
sure?
It's
word?
not like there's vegetables in it though, right?
Because I know,
thought-
like, my friend is like a vegan. She gets
Like
falafels.
tofu.
Shout out, friend, if you're listening.
Let us know what a falafel is in the comments, please.
Yeah, because you're not dumb. We're dumb.
We're dumb.
All right. Should we spank him with some? I didn't
spank
mean
him
to.
with some what?
Spank him with some knowledge, baby.
sound wrong.
Spank him with some. How we doing? How are you?
So yeah, wait.
All right, so let's deliver some How We Doing flavor.
Okay, let's do it. Oh wow, that was a nice way to go into that.
Way to hijack the pod.
I just I'm looking out. That's all.
All right,
but
somewhere
I'm
throughout this-
I'm third in line, right? I'm last to anything, so whatever. You guys go ahead.
Last at the dinner table.
I want to take a 5-minute break. You guys just go ahead.
All right, we'll talk about the experiments in a little bit. All right.
That's no problem.
So we have a new segment that's going to kind of tip your way. It's not really a new segment, but it's like a new little taste. We're going to get there. Chrissy is going to introduce that, but we'll just maybe start off with a little bit of how to stay present or the importance of staying present. Yes, hop back in, you.
Hey now, presence.
Being present. Not the
Well,
not
Why don't we start with
the
like
gifts.
what we said earlier about how
yeah. Okay, so tell them. All right. So unfortunately, I can't give. I can give credit to this person if you do want to watching it. I heard it on the socials, and it was good, and it really resonated with me. Basically, if you think about the past, you find misery, depression.
yeah, it can lead to depression.
You find depression. If you think about the future, you find anxiety because of the unknown.
Yeah, you can get
Um,
anxious.
So the perfect formula is stay present.
To avoid those,
To avoid those.
be present
Yeah. Get excited about the present. Stay in the present because
in
Well,
the moment.
it's the reason why people are constantly thinking about the future or the past, and then they wind up saying something like, "Oh well, where'd the time go?"
Yeah,
you know,
then you miss it. You miss
Yeah.
what happened.
And somebody could argue, no, that's not the reason why. Actually, the reason why is X. But the truth of the matter is that most people are in one of these states, and you know that depression can come from a lot of things, insecurities, but such as. But when you're thinking about the past, it does lead to an ultimate depression. And when you think about the future, you don't know what's going on there, or if you're going to meet the goals that you want to get to, you wind up filled with anxiety. So
Yeah, so reasons pointing to staying in the moment and being present.
Yeah.
Try and work on that.
Yeah, because the present leads to the future, right? The past isn't going to help you with the future. It's good to.
Technically,
Reflection, if
there's
anything.
only
Healthy
really
reflection.
That's what I was going to say.
we only tangibly have a present. You can't. The past is not tangible, and the future's not tangible. So it's
it's
kind
in
of
here.
like a made up concept. Like it is in our minds.
Okay, so
but
this
it's
is an
not-
actual theory.
You can't prove it. You know what I mean? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Kind of like little trippy thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, nothing is
All the more-
nothing is guaranteed.
Yeah, all the more reason to stay present, pointing towards that. And, you're not going to, you enjoy more things. You can enjoy the present if you're focusing on the present,
Yeah, and then you wind up
the
finding
little things. Like,
Yeah, and where do you find the little things? Probably usually when you're helping somebody experience with your friends, or you're hanging out with people that maybe don't know. I mean, of course, you have the experiences that are not good, but if you decide to be present, you probably just find yourself in a more grateful state.
If you're too focused on the past, how are you going to even have a chance to be happy?
yeah, you're not here. You're
Yeah.
thinking about something else.
Yeah,
and you
because
can't change the
can't-
past.
You're not thinking about the future, and
Mhm.
ultimately, you have to to some capacity.
That's a really good point. Not and to dig into that a little bit, it's like, well, people could think about the past in multiple ways. They could be upset that they're getting older. They could be upset about a decision that they made. They could be upset or disturbed about the way somebody treated them, certain experiences,
How something made you look.
something that they can't get over.
Well, yeah, sometimes you have to go to the past to get to the present.
You have to. What do you mean by
You
that?
have,
Some
to, you have to be
scenarios.
settled with your past.
Right, because you can't just not. If you
I
just
get what
walk
you're
around
saying.
life and just like I don't give a crap, the past is the past. Like nothing matters behind.
You're
you.
not trying to fix
yeah.
going
forward.
So, like, what I was going to say is that all you can do with the past that's going to be positive. Okay, yeah, like memories are great. Memories are great, right? But
Could be right. The ones you want to
good
remember.
memories, yeah. But you want to learn and grow from the past. That's all you can do.
Yeah, that
You
fine
can't-
reflection.
You
is
can't change
we
the
were saying
past.
before.
You can't change the past. If you wrong someone, you can make amends. But you got to do that in the present, right? So learn from it and grow from it. And if you have that mentality, then you can't let the past harm you or get you in a depressed state.
Good point. And
No. Bravo,
That's
bravo.
kind of what you were
Yeah.
like hinting at, right?
Sure.
In terms of looking back.
Yeah, and maybe to draw some reflection personally, like as an example, maybe like, look, we all go through this state of thinking about something that makes you feel unsettled, like an unsettling
yeah.
feeling. And I recently experienced something that was a little bit daunting, but you have to take humility and you have to understand it. You have to digest it, and you have to settle yourself with it. Some of the best ways of dealing with that is dealing with the truth and facing the truth, however that may be. And, sometimes ourselves or somebody else, we wind up hurting in the past. And you have to just accept the decision and learn through your experience and not let it torture you. Because if you do, like Chrissy said, you won't be able to move forward. It's an impossibility. It's something that was from the past that's dragging at you. Because if you decide to say, oh, well, the past was the past, whatever, then you're not giving consideration, and you're not actually, in a healthy way, dealing with your past to actually be like, okay, I could put that to rest.
You're not learning from it. You're
Right,
not getting
right,
better.
because
Yeah.
it's easier said than done just to forget about the past. That's the way you kind of have to attack things and go through them to get to the present and to lead to the future.
Yeah,
Powerful.
it's about the little stepping stones, and we all make mistakes. We all, screw up, and you learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Papiani said, our grandfather, no experience is a bad experience if you learn something from it or if you grew from it.
Yeah, and that's the
And-
overall goal in every situation.
Live by that,
Yeah. What's that song? Live and Let Die. But it should
Live
be.
and let learn.
It should be live, reflect, and let die.
Reflect and die.
Sir Paul.
Who sings that?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
Well, the
Sir Paul.
Wings. The Wings.
So
Sir Paul, we have an idea for changing of lyrics, mate. If you're watching, shout out Paul McCartney.
I'll maybe see this eventually. But to wrap that basically up, look, don't think too much about the past. If you're too stuck on the past, you got to figure out a way to put it to rest, put out the flame. You can't decide to avoid your problems, because if you do that, you're just going to find yourself not being able to actually progress in your life, and you can't be the one to say, well, why am I not progressing? Well, you got to get rid of either the hate, the anger, the upsetness, the non-truth, the thing that's holding you back, the thing that you did that is now keeping you stagnant because it's something that you can't get over. Sometimes even death is a thing that you struggle with, but don't think too much about the future as well. Be present, so you stay non-anxious and bring yourself to a place where you could actually prosper.
Even keel.
That's right. Keel.
And how we doing sits for stagnant? We don't stand for that. Want to keep moving.
CCC. Cool,
You said-
calm, and collective.
Cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah.
You said why a couple of times, and it reminded me of our great old sponsor over here, Waiakea.
Waiakea. Yeah, Waiakea is doing some incredible things right now, aren't they?
Is it illegal if we call them our sponsors, even though we don't?
Maybe not
sponsor?
illegal, but they might not appreciate that. You might have jumped the gun.
They're
there
not
a little bit.
sponsor. Okay, they're not. Let's be clear. They're not sponsoring us. We're sponsoring them. That's what we're doing
Hear
right
that, Waiakea?
now.
And we've been saying the name wrong. Now we're saying it right.
Waiakea, even though Waiakea does, has a little bit of a ring
It's
to it,
grown
but
on me though. I like
You guys should
Waiakea.
just
Waiakea.
accept the
Waiakea.
fact. Let us know what you think about this. You should accept the fact that we're from New York and we're just going to call it Waiakea.
It's how the New Yorkers say it. Waiakea
Waiakea.
gives off more of a Hawaiian
is
vibe.
more West Coast
Hawaiian.
Yeah, Waiakea.
but
Waiakea.
you
Waiakea.
guys are doing some incredible things.
Yeah,
So
man,
shout
we
out
are.
to Waiakea.
Waiakea.
All right.
Cheers.
We do love you guys. And you never know. Maybe in the future there'll be some collaboration. But
Keep doing the thing, Waiakea.
yeah, really commend you guys.
Do it. How we
But
doing? Go.
how we doing? Go.
What's next?
Talking about go. Let's go right into. Do we go into the boy?
Let's go
Let's
into
go
the
to boy
new,
Chrissy.
the
Chrissy.
new- the fresh stuff.
Chrissy.
Alrighty.
Is
Go
there an
for it.
intro
Just
like
take it in.
Nico's notes? Is there like a
No.
thing?
Let him introduce himself. We'll
I'm
take it
not,
from here.
Yeah, I'm not too flashy. I'm
Nico's not flashy.
You're a little flashy.
Professional.
Professional.
Flashy professional.
It all goes together.
Take it away.
It's all
Chris.
All
good
right,
things.
so new segment for you. We had Chrissy's quotes. We had Chrissy's questions.
Preguntas de Cristoforo.
We got Chrissy's qualms.
Chrissy Qualms.
Another brilliant idea by Jilly. Love you, Jilly.
Shout
Thanks
out,
for
Jilly.
watching. Thanks for the idea.
Shout out,
Best.
Jilly.
Chrissy Qualms.
Qualms of Chrissy.
So yeah, Chrissy's qualms. I'm basically gonna just bring something up, and I'm gonna let you guys know what's really my chap with it, my job.
So for
The qualm you
the
have?
qualm I have.
for those of
So-
you who are listening that don't know what a qualm is,
No, stop. Just calm down.
just trying to be assertive. That's
No,
all.
that's all right. They know. You know what
They got a problem with
Somebody's
it.
listening
All right,
right
well,
now.
we're gonna tell them to go look it up.
No, I was going to tell them what the definition is, but no, not anymore. Now, a couple of the listeners are going to be looking up what the definition of qualm is.
Come on, they know what a qualm is.
Okay.
It's a qualm.
All right, qualm.
Jerry.
Qualm is a problem. Something that doesn't sit well with
I
you.
like it better when he.
I feel better
introduces it.
now. I feel better
Something
now.
that doesn't sit well with you.
All
So,
right, what's
Christy,
the qualmage?
tell us the qualm.
So I got a
What's the
qualm. It's
qualmage?
actually about someone sitting at this table.
How
they're
you
putting
like
me on the
that?
spot. You believe it or not.
Put me on the spot. Tell
Here we
me.
go.
What do I do?
Here we go. You want to know my qualm?
Oh, I know what it is.
What's my qualm? Don't say it.
I know
I'm
what it
saying
is. You've been conveying it.
I know. I teased it to you. I teased it.
I don't know if it is.
So here we
that.
go.
Go ahead.
My qualm is being late.
Oh, you did. Is it?
I am an early bird. I want to be places early just in case I got to divert. I got to detour. I got to do something. I'm always trying to be early. You guys should live by that.
Early
It's
is
great.
on time.
Early
on
is on
time is
time.
late.
Exactly. So this Chuchamanga right here, right?
Chuchamanga.
You know Chuchamanga.
Chupacabra.
But he doesn't have a vehicle right now.
I wouldn't say I'm an early bird
He
or
doesn't have a vehicle
or
right
a morning person.
now. We both go to work at 10 a.m., right? Yeah. So I
Give us some
Get up.
background.
I get up at 8 o'clock, right? I'm showered. I'm ready. 8:40. We got to be at work at 10 o'clock, right?
You're not always ready at 8:40.
Nick.
Don't be real. Be honest.
All right. 9 o'clock.
Usually 9 o'clock you're ready.
Most of the time, it's like earlier.
Okay, but there's one shower.
One shower. Okay.
So I shower after you.
Sure. Sure. But
Go ahead.
you take about 40 minutes to get ready.
He's a 40-minute guy.
40 minute guy.
I'd say it's a half hour
No,
on
you're
average.
40. You're pushing 40. Pushing 40. Anyway,
Give us
So-
40. Over under 35.
I'm just trying to get to work early. That's what I do. I usually get to work at 9:30. That's when I want to be there. 9:30, 9:45.
I like to be early,
The
too.
latest. You do?
I do. It's
You do?
nice. You
It's
get a head
nice when you
start.
wind up
maybe-
there.
So maybe you take my qualm into consideration.
I'll
get up
consider
earlier.
your qualmage.
I need you to get up just a tick earlier.
My alarm's for 8:30 every
I
day.
need you to be in it with me. You're getting up at 8 o'clock.
We'll
It's
try
not that hard.
Oh, tomorrow's a different
We're getting
scenario.
up earlier than that.
Yeah, because we got to go to the gym.
That's right.
Jimin it, baby.
If I go to
Jiminy.
sleep knowing I'm gonna get my derriere in a sauna after a workout, I'll wake up that early.
Why do you have to go to school? Can't we just
List
go
the
to gym?
accolades, James. Why don't I?
Don't let me
the
give you an
sauna?
education session on it, but yeah, the sauna.
Sauna's very
But
beneficial.
crucial for
The sauna-
recovery.
The sauna involves showering.
10,
at
15
a
minutes.
gym.
You gotta
It's like,
do that,
no.
but every time you sweat, pulls toxins out of your body.
I know.
We
but
need the sauna.
you
dude.
sweat at the gym.
This is true.
It's
that is
a
happening
rapid
already.
Sweat in the
But
sauna.
when you're in the sauna, it's a different type of.
But anyway, let's not get too
Yeah,
sidetracked.
so-
I'm gonna try and wake up at 8 o'clock from now on.
I would appreciate.
But we got to figure it out because I wake up at 8:30. Usually, you're still getting ready. You're still in the bathroom, and then I get in the bathroom around 9.
Can't-
All right.
can't do
Well,
it.
you know,
you
you
know?
can tell us another qualm.
Yeah. What else? What other qualms are on your mind?
Another qualm. Let's see here. I only have that one geared up. To be honest with you, I thought it might.
I got a qualm. How do you spell qualm?
QUALM.
There is an L. I wanted to ask this before. I didn't want to interrupt. How do you spell falafel?
FA.
LLAFEL. Falafel.
Oh wow, that was stupid.
I think no. I'm pretty
Falafel.
close.
FALAFFEL.
Do you think there's two F's?
Yeah.
And two L's are stupid? Nah, there's definitely two L's.
Yo.
It's not two F's.
Welcome to the How We Doing spelling bee.
Falafel.
What word
I had
do you know
qualm.
has
I
two
had qualm,
F's besides Jeffrey in a row?
How do you spell pepperonis?
Pepperonis and the
Jefferson.
macaronis. Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson.
So yeah, what's another qualm I got?
What's another qualm? Give us another qualm. Come on, you gotta have a qualm.
Let's
see. I'm
bag
trying to-
this.
I mean,
Let's
I'll
bag it.
say an obvious one when somebody doesn't hold the freaking door. Hold the freaking door.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Maybe an
I
obvious
was,
one, but
I was
whatever.
walking out of 7-Eleven, got a case of water. Very considerate guy. Walked out, like pushed the door, let it hang, like it's going, closing. I'm walking out with the case of water. Must have saw me in the peripherals. Turned around, grabbed it. I was like, "Oh, this guy." It's like, I was like,
Looking to help.
I appreciate you, man. Good
Looking to
man.
help.
You know another qualm I have is when people just walk into a place, right, and they just look like they lost their best friend. I mean, listen, I know stuff happens, Obviously, life sometimes gets the best of us, but
Chrissy expects
Walk
you all
around.
to look happy at all times.
walk around with just like a little bit of a
Give the world a
like
chance.
the cheeks are ready to smile. You
It's
know,
a tough one.
There's some people that just
I hear
don't
what you're saying.
have.
I don't like seeing it, but
There's some people that
I
just
feel for 'em.
really,
It's tough.
really don't have a personality. Just like very bland.
So it's
You know?
it's funny you say that. I walked into 7-Eleven, right? I
Uh-huh.
go in there. I go in to get the white keys.
White
And-
cakes. White
Cakes.
cakes. White
like,
cakes.
in the house. I go. I'm pulling them out. Before I open the fridge, freezer, whatever, the
Refrigerator.
frigidaire. I see this guy comes over. I'm like, oh, how you doing? I give him a smile. He goes,
Nothing.
nothing.
Wow.
He didn't.
I would have
he
said
was
it
fighting
again.
the happiness. I know it was in.
Like, hey, how are you feeling today?
Got these white guys. Could you help me to?
This
find
one guy. I was looking for the YKs. In the last episode, we were trying to find him. We couldn't find him.
Yeah, we ran out of white case.
And I'm turning the corner. There's a guy there. I wasn't in his way really. He was walking around me,
$35 on Amazon.
but I just was like, oh, sorry, like just like being over apologetic, I guess. And the guy was like, what are you apologizing for? I was like, don't be sorry. I was like, yeah, you're right. And I laughed it off. It's like, wow, nice guy.
It's nice to have good
And I
interactions.
was like, why did I say I'm sorry?
made you think.
Yeah, it's like, what do I-
It's like when you held the door and you said thank you. Thank you for letting me hold the door for you.
Maybe my processing's backwards in certain areas. Yeah.
Maybe you're just that
Yeah,
good of
it's
a
all
guy.
right.
You're just that good.
You might have been dropped.
Maybe I needed to hear that.
Oh man! All right, are we?
Maybe.
I did hit you in the head with those Hulk hands a couple times.
Yeah, you used to beat me up good.
Remember those Hulk hands?
Yeah. I mean, if you have whole cans like that, I know exactly what they are.
All right.
Well,
Alrighty.
so
Your dad beat the shit out of you.
that gave you a little. Listen,
You live and you learn.
whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, eh?
It's true.
It's true.
It's true in many
Let's
aspects.
go into the
We're gonna next segment, Ore.
Next segment.
next-
Dean.
next-
Almost
thing to
a
talk
share segment.
I think you want Nico's notes to stay Nico's notes, so we're just gonna hop right into this. Kind of relates to staying in the present, what you find yourself doing, how you get to the past or the future filled with anxiety or depression, is what interrupts you, the enemy. And
Gets in the way.
the enemy is a funny thing because it's all around us. It's trying to stop us from getting to our goals. It's trying to break us down. It's trying to make us think of the past. It's trying to give us anxiety because of some bad news that we heard, so we don't something part of the unknown. What do you think, boys?
Yeah, the enemy is the one to blame, and that's causing all these things in your life that's going on around you. And it's one to know it's the enemy, to acknowledge it and then work through it and move past it gives you an upper hand. Otherwise, you're just going to be sitting there and asking, why? Why is this happening? What's going? Why me? How do I do
Why
this?
me factor,
You know,
man? Yeah, you can't be that
so
person.
I think knowing that there's negative forces trying to pull you down, especially when you're like on the brink of doing something meaningful or powerful for the good, along
Yeah.
how we do in culture lines of that.
Can I add to that?
Go.
When Will Smith had his episode on well, when
The
I say
Oscars?
episode, I don't mean an actual episode. I mean the episode of him doing what he did.
wife's name out your
Yeah.
mother. doesn't
So,
die.
well, that was just the aftermath, right?
Yeah.
Not far before he got on stage and did that, who was it? It was Denzel. Denzel went and said to him
Yes.
that the devil comes for you when you're at the peak of your greatness or your success, something along
Mhm.
those lines. So that's when it comes for you because
You're at your highest.
you're reaching or you're reaching the height, and then what could be a downfall, but then a height, and then it's constant.
Yeah.
But Will Smith really reached a really tremendous place in his life, and then boom, the enemy came, and
Yeah, and he
Give a little bit of a rap.
Kind of let it get to him,
Yeah, I'm sure people are thinking all sorts of things because he definitely has exposed parts of his life that we are not going to talk about.
Definitely, yeah, crazy scenario for sure.
That's known.
But
it's just a good example, you know. That's an example
of like when the enemy's going to come for you, right? Like, and we've even experienced that ourselves. Like, we always talk about how, especially when we first started the pod, Thursdays, like, it wasn't a coincidence. We'd all meet up at the end of the day. How's your day? How's your day? It was like, boy, did I have a day today. Boy, did I have a day. And it's like, you know, that was very evident. It was like, whoa.
The first 3 episodes, I had something going on with my throat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was sore, it was raspy.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, it's crazy.
Every morning you woke up, you're like, you have COVID?
Something.
It's like, you know, what's going on?
Get the onions.
Let's not talk about the onions.
The onions.
But
another time. But yeah, the enemy, man. Whenever you're trying to push your greatness.
So where are we going with this, right? So if you're aware of it, you can combat it in a more effective way and come to a better resolve.
You know it's out there.
Working through it.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to get harder when you're doing something right.
Right.
You know, he's not going to come after you unless he knows that you can hurt his cause, which is the bad cause. If you're just going along with your days and you're just not making positive impacts and doing the good work, then, okay, he doesn't have his eyes on you. He has his eyes on you when he knows that you're rising in the ranks and you're making progress that is
if you're not
is against his cause.
If you're not doing that, then you're already under.
If you're not doing that, you're
exactly.
already under.
You're already letting him win.
Right.
You know, and
That's the only way
about
to
not
do it.
letting him win.
You know, and just to be a little bit more specific, you know, like, you know, we gave an example, maybe a little bit something else. Anything that gives you distress in general, doesn't have to be the future, doesn't have to be the past. Anything that gets underneath your skin. Say you're just, one thing that we all have to deal with, that we have trouble dealing with, is patience. We always have we always deal have a tough time dealing with that.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you know that's the very thing that tries you and gets you worked up, you know, let's put it this way. When you're in a rush to get to work or get somewhere, you're running late and now you're rushing around. Don't tell me you haven't experienced this, and this is just goes to show you that it's like built into the nature of our existence. Mm-hmm. That, like, everybody's getting in your way. Everybody and everything is getting in your way. You forgot your keys in the house. Then you got in the car. You went down the block. This older lady had to cross the street. You had to take a little bit more time. You know, some ducks crossed the street. Whatever. You
pack of ducks trying to go to work.
This guy goes ahead. He cuts you off. You know, everything is getting in your way.
It's like, it's basically
That's
like just
enemy.
when it
That's
can't
the
get
example of the
worse,
enemy.
it keeps getting worse.
Yeah, that's the example. And what do you have to do?
Remain diligent
and just let it go.
You have to realize that those are all the things that is causing you to have a bad day. If you don't let those things affect you, you're not going to have a bad day, and you're not going to let the enemy.
Yeah, and if you know it's coming from him, and
you.
you're determined to not let the enemy affect you or bring you down, you're going to laugh at those. You're going to get to a place where you laugh at that. Oh, of course this happened. Great.
Right.
And just have
Laugh
the
it off.
patience
It's like
and
when you get to
through
the
it.
door and like you had a bad day and you drop your keys and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
you
there
dropped
we
the
go.
keys?
all right, you
dropped the keys?
stub your toe. Oh man.
And then you look at the keys and you're like, no, I'm not picking you up now.
No, the best-
the
best is
like,
going
for
for
the
a walk.
keys.
You spill a drink and you just like, oh, here we
Oh
go.
man, I
Here
spilled
we
my.
go. We
I
did it again.
dropped my whole. The other day we went to Dunkin' before work. All of it went on the floor, and then I was dropping things the whole day. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm off today. What's going on? I kept dropping things. That, I'm like, what's going on? And I felt off the whole day.
Yeah, just be yourself and be diligent.
Be diligent, and you know, don't let these things get to you, because you know, like, put it this way, are you gonna let somebody in your life rule your life? Are you gonna let somebody get underneath your skin? 9 times out of 10 people say, no, like, Just didn't let it bother me, or whatever it was. That person, like, I'm not gonna let that person get the best of me. So if you're not gonna let that person get the best of you, don't let the enemy, the nature, the thing that is just naturally working in this world, get the best of you. It's
Yeah.
kind of like that.
Like we're all equipped to move past it and not conquer, but overcome these challenges.
But
right?
also conquer the challenge.
So, knowing that you have that, knowing that it's not just a you thing, it's not something you did that you deserve something bad or something happened because of something you did. It's a negative force trying to pull you down. Knowing that gives you the blueprint to get past it. And then to wrap in our previous topic, by staying present, not letting those other distractions of past depression or future anxiety get to you, and you're working on yourself and trying to be the light, bring positive vibes.
Right.
All
Right.
positivity, be a good person,
It's
all those things.
you gotta do all those things, and it's a firm reminder. Like we also say, we're all in the same boat of pain. All the more reason that we should be leaning on each other to deal with the enemy. I think if you guys don't have anything left to say, this is a perfect segue into Star Wars.
I was just gonna say that it's a how we doing sandwich. All those things. Make a little how we doing sandwich.
Star Wars.
That's a good term, but Star Wars,
Star Wars. You said something before that is maybe worth touching on.
dude.
Let's play with it.
I saw such a
What did I
sad.
say again? Just remind me.
You
real
said
quick.
that like Darth Vader is the enemy, but is he the enemy or is he the victim?
Question whether or not it's the enemy. It's a very
It's a
interesting.
fallen angel,
Right. Yeah. He's in some ways
Wow.
a victim.
dude. So I saw this thing on TikTok, and it was just saying how like Obi-Wan, like Anakin, they loved each other, and like basically when they fought, what episode is that?
6.
They fight.
Oh, I'm sorry, 3.
It's like they broke each other's hearts by what they did and didn't do. And then like Obi-Wan was like a broken-hearted man for the rest of his life. And then in the Obi-Wan series, like Anakin tells him like, you didn't kill Anakin, I did. And like there's like a little bit of blue in his eye when he says that. And the TikTok was basically saying that is the little part of Anakin that was still left, telling Obi-Wan to relieve him of his remorse that he killed Anakin or that he betrayed him, because he said, "I love you, Anakin, like a brother."
Yeah. Oh man.
So it's like really, really deep stuff. I was gonna
That is
send it
deep.
to you, but it was so
That's
much
pretty deep.
reading. I was like,
Yeah.
I was getting a little
What do you
emotional
think? I
about
can't
it.
read.
I asked your friends; they tell
Yeah,
me
they tell me
otherwise.
no.
But
Tell you no.
Well, we could
Yeah.
touch on that, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, it's so true. Like Anakin, he was kind of just born into just like suffering,
Mhm.
and he kind of
he couldn't control anything.
for so long he did try to control it.
So what the
It's crazy
thing
how this is
said-
all really related to the
Yeah, sorry to like keep popping in, but
Go for it.
I should have just sent it to you because it was saying like
I'll probably find it.
Anakin couldn't there was so much pain in his life, right? And he couldn't control the things that was happening around him. The only thing he can control was winning and defeating his enemy. So that's what he honed in on, and that's why he succumbed to the dark side, because it was more power and his nobody could hurt you, Padme. I can win. I'll be strong enough to defeat anyone. Like
That's
crazy.
that's an example of like not reflecting on the past enough to stay in the present. Like he was so
Mhm.
away from the past and never dealt with everything that made him become who he
Yeah,
became.
yeah.
It wasn't.
But he never dealt with it, and that's how.
Yeah, he was kind of destined
Until
for-
like Luke came around.
right. Yeah, Star Wars is life.
I
man.
knew it was going to lead to you saying that, but it really is.
I
It's
think
crazy.
I think it
It's
plays into the very emotions that we experience, and
It really does. Like people, they're Star Wars fans are such like they might be the biggest, craziest fan base of any series, movie series, anything, because
But why
it's
do you
so
think-
deep. Because
Yeah,
it's so deep. There's so
exactly.
much to it. It really is.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should. Not everyone listening really cares about
Yeah.
Star Wars. So I don't know if we should talk about
Yeah,
it too
well,
much more.
it'll be more on the Star Wars podcast.
But it's yeah.
Kujin will be on that.
Yeah, you should get Frank. Frank could.
We
yeah.
could do a good Star Wars pod.
Yeah, let us know if you want a Star Wars pod or something else.
okay, let's touch on that.
Sweet.
Should we talk about? I have this one last thing written down here.
Let's do it. Let's make it
Yeah.
How We Doing sandwich.
So, just to maybe tie this all firmly together here, we can't be a victim of our circumstances. Our circumstances are the things that sometimes just rule up everything that happens in our lives. It's like one or two things here. You either let your circumstance control you, or you let your circumstance happen and you control it. It's the only way you can get a grip over your life.
Control, you can control.
That's it. You have to, people talk about wanting to have, or they do have control over their lives. But the truth of the matter is that a lot of people live in this state where they let the circumstance rule them. They don't even know it.
It's hard to break out of it and see it because of the way our society's set up, right?
100%. Because they don't have content like this that's in their ear.
Yeah, How We Doing pod. Just a little plug there. But when you what you make me think of, but when you say that is like you have control over it. Start with the little things. Like I know it might sound very little and this and that. We're good. We're good.
You heard that though?
Yeah, we're good. It's something else. But
okay. Sorry.
The little things like wake up, make your bed. Make your bed. Have a clean room.
Clean room, clean head.
Yeah, and
Why are you looking at me?
I didn't look at you.
Yeah,
if you want to say
you
something,
to
you
take-
could say something. But those little things, like you can control those things, and then it's progress from there. Like ever since I started making my bed, it's been years now. It's like you need to do it. Like there's like a book a Marine wrote about it. Like make your bed, do it.
Yeah, it does something psychologically and sets you up for success.
Clean room,
Yeah,
clean head.
Really, it really is the truth. You want to know about somebody, take a look at their room. Of course, you see the things that they like and whatnot, but it's really a matter of whether is it dirty or is it clean. And if it's clean, you're dealing with a certain individual. If it's dirty, you know that they have an unorganized life in some way. They're not dealing with something in their life. They're not dealing with the past. Maybe it's maybe a combination of all three and more.
Or it could have like clean intentions. Like if you're organized, but a little bit of like maybe you don't have time.
Well, you
got to delegate the
Right.
time. Like that doesn't mean it's not.
you have less that's overwhelming you, or that you haven't cleaned up.
Yeah,
If it's spick and span,
that's it, baby. That's it.
that's where you want to be.
Another thing I was thinking of because focusing on the circumstance aspect is life could be overwhelming, and you're not going to just be born into the circumstance and stay there your whole life. You got to work for things. You got to fight for it. If you want it, you got to fight for it. And it made me think of, we'll go back to Will Smith. Why not? Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah,
If you've never seen that movie, you should probably watch it.
based on a true.
Yeah, based on a true story.
True story.
The guy's actually in the movie. I saw it recently. But
Yeah.
like the part that got me in that movie is like he's got his kid. He's poor. They're struggling.
Yeah, living out of shelters.
Homeless, yeah. And he's got his kid, and he had like this business model or something.
This device that he's trying to sell.
They're trying to sell, like literally sleeping in. They were staying in a subway bathroom.
Yeah, with somebody
part-
banging on it.
That part just got to me. Yeah, somebody's banging on.
That
it.
was tough.
He's
Actually,
trying to
did think
comfort
about it.
his kid and keep his kids like, his kid's hopes up and keeping him okay.
Yeah,
Not
'cause-
letting, and right, like if you let your circumstances define you, like
If he did,
you're not getting out of that bathroom. You know what I mean? And it's like you became wealthy, right? You became successful.
yeah,
So like that's a perfect story to say. Like, don't let your circumstances define who you are.
yeah,
Put that on a t-shirt.
yeah.
Shout out Will Smith,
Shout 'em out.
Fresh
It
Prince. Excuse me.
truly is a representation of what we are all dealing with in some way. And if your circumstances are ruling you, you
not gonna get out of the bathroom.
you don't find yourself out of your situation. You don't find yourself in fulfilling your true potential, because people can move through life and go through the stages of life, like say, getting a degree, getting married, or finding a very good job, buying a house, all these types of things that resemble forms of success. you could still do those things because there was glimmers of hope, right? Those places where you were able to be in a period of time or a season that could have been longer, but you sold yourself short because you got caught up in your circumstance too early, where then you could have succeeded more, or you could have fulfilled your truer desires, opposed to Kate maybe getting stuck at a dead-end job, or just not getting to that place or doing that thing that you really want. It comes in many forms. It doesn't have to be one or the other that I'm saying here. It could be multiple. There's many different ways that you could experience what you're really here to do. You know, everybody, if they were to truly fulfill their lives, they will die happy, filled with joy.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
Everybody has a purpose in this life. You know?
Yeah, and everybody is unique, and you can't sell yourself short. You sell yourself short. You sell other people short. You sell it short the people that could have benefited off of your unique self.
That's a take home, man. I think we got some power in 27, man.
27, hitting you with it. Can I give them one last message, and before you guys take it away?
I think we've been rolling for at least an hour.
We might have
10 hours.
We'll let them give a message, and then we'll wrap it up.
No, I think we're rolling up on 40 or 45.
I think we should just finish. Go ahead.
So just know. Am I on? Okay, I'm good. All right. Just know, guys, that we all deal with the same sorts of pain. It's maybe not where we're unique, and it's funny because where we are unique then becomes suppressed. So try not to get overwhelmed in any way. Looking in the past, looking in the future. Deal with the things in your past. Be in the present and strive for greatness in the present that will help you deal with the unknowns of the future. Don't let the enemy be the thing that deters you from reaching your true success. And this comes in the form of our circumstances. It happens all the time. It could be a person, it could be a thing, the part of this world that really gets you all screwed up. And we're all dealing with that. And the best way to deal with that is to join the How We Doin pod, join the How We Doin culture, what we're doing here. It is firmly a movement. We are coming to you with such power and such passion in what we're doing, okay, bringing you the light, being the bridge of light to your success, your true success, what you could really be doing with yourself. We're in a crazy world, okay, and we're spreading that love. I'm talking to more and more people, by the way. Didn't touch on the experiment. Just wanted to quickly say, freaking going great. Talking to people, giving them the How We Doin high fives. Okay,
So
how you
good.
feeling?
So good.
And this is, if there's one person in the room that could just be that spit shine of light, then it'll light up everybody else. Many people cannot resist a smile, and if you just do that, can't hold the door yet, just smile. Watch how you'll affect people's days. So don't get caught up in all this. Okay, we love you. We want you. We're one heartbeat. We're gonna make you feel it. And really excited for what's to come.
How We Doing contagious culture.
Yeah, baby.
Back at it again.
Smile, baby.
Smile.
Love you guys. Love the listeners. It's been a great time. Round of applause. Round of applause for you. Good job. You woke up today. You got to work safe.
Proud of you.
You're doing your thing. You're making progress. You going forward or you going up?
It's gonna be all right.
And that's it.
It's gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right.
You're gonna do it. Big things. Good
got
things.
We got it.
We got it, Chrissy.
Wrap it, Cristoforo.
This is Raps. Okay.
What's the haps on the craps?
What's the craps on the house?
No. False. Woo-ha!
Woo-ha.
Hope you enjoyed episode 27. We're back weekly. This is what we do. We give you some advice. We talk about some stuff.
How we
We're
doing,
from New York.
baby?
You couldn't tell. We
What's
love
for
New York.
dinner?
All right, we're never leaving. We're never
Bang.
leaving.
Nelly, we're here for you.
That's it. We're
Here for you.
That's it.
Good things.
That's
Bye-bye.
it.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
How are you going to tell me to wrap up a pod and then just...
Headphones are off. That's it.
You're a jerk.
I know.